Let me tell you, the greatest strength we have is the one that's already inside of us. Too often, we spend our time looking outward, searching for strength, confidence, courage, or inspiration from somewhere else, from other people, or from the circumstances we wish were different. We think that if only we had more resources, more opportunities, or if someone else would believe in us, then we could accomplish something great. But the truth is, the power you need to build the strongest mindset is already within you. It's there lying dormant, waiting for you to discover it, waiting for you to unlock it. To recognize this power, you first have to understand that it was given to you for a purpose. This isn't an accident. The challenges you're facing, the moments that seem overwhelming or intimidating, they're not there to stop you, they're there to strengthen you. Think about it, if you're always looking for strength outside of yourself, you'll never tap into the strength that's within you. Real change, real growth, it happens when you decide to take ownership of your own mind and believe that you have been equipped with the power to overcome. So what does it mean to recognize this power? It starts with acknowledging that you don't have to wait for some external validation or approval. You don't need someone else to say you're strong enough or you're capable enough. This isn't about someone else's belief in you. It's about your belief in yourself. It's about standing in front of the mirror, looking at yourself and saying, I have what it takes. Yes, you may feel doubt. Yes, you may feel afraid, but deep down you have a strength, a determination, a resilience that's greater than any fear, greater than any doubt. We all have moments of feeling less than we are, moments when we're tempted to believe the lies that tell us we're not good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough. But here's the thing, every one of us has that voice inside, the one that says, I can and I will. This voice is not loud, it's not demanding, but it's there and it's steady. Recognizing your inner power means choosing to listen to that voice and silence the voices that try to tear you down. It means committing to building that voice every single day, feeding it with positive thoughts, affirming it with words of strength and confidence, and silencing the doubts that only hold you back. Now, recognizing your inner power also means taking responsibility for it. You can't just hope for a strong mindset, you have to decide to build it. You have to recognize that you're responsible for the thoughts you entertain, for the words you speak over yourself, for the way you respond to life's challenges. When you recognize your inner power, you stop waiting for things to change around you and you decide to change what's inside of you. You commit to a new way of thinking, a way of thinking that refuses to be defeated, refuses to be discouraged, and refuses to give up. When you begin to acknowledge and tap into your inner power, you'll see that challenges don't hold the same weight they once did. They may still come, but you're no longer afraid of them. Why? Because you know that you're equipped to handle them. You've recognized that within you is a strength greater than any obstacle. You've discovered that you have the power to stand firm, to keep moving forward, to press on, even when it's hard. So today, start recognizing that inner power. Speak to it. Feed it. Feed it. Affirm it. Remind yourself every day, I am strong, I am capable, I am resilient, and don't just say these words, believe them. Because when you recognize your inner power, you're already on the path to building the strongest mindset. A mindset that won't be shaken, a mindset that won't back down, a mindset that will carry you through whatever life brings. When it comes to building the strongest mindset, embracing discomfort is essential. Now, this isn't something we naturally lean into, is it? We live in a world that encourages comfort, security, and ease. Everything around us is designed to make things easier and to keep us comfortable. And while there's nothing wrong with comfort, we have to understand that true growth, real strength, the kind of strength that can carry us through life's toughest battles, that strength is born in the uncomfortable moments. Embracing discomfort means willingly stepping into situations that may challenge you, push you, even make you question if you're strong enough. You see, when we avoid discomfort, we miss out on the opportunity to grow. Think about it when you're lifting weights. The first few reps might feel manageable, but it's those last few reps, the ones that burn, the ones that feel almost impossible. Those are the reps that build the muscle. It's in the struggle that we find strength. The same is true for your mindset. We often have this idea that life should be easy, that if things are hard, something must be wrong. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we viewed every difficult moment as a training session, an opportunity to strengthen our minds and prepare ourselves for greater challenges ahead? Discomfort isn't there to hurt you, it's there to build you. It's a teacher guiding you, challenging you, revealing to you parts of yourself that you didn't know existed. It shows you your resilience, your courage, your determination, and your ability to push forward even when it's tough. Now, embracing discomfort isn't just about facing big, life-altering challenges. It's also about the small daily decisions you make. It's choosing to do the things you know are good for you, even when you don't feel like it. Maybe it's waking up earlier to work on a dream you've put on the back burner. Maybe it's having that difficult conversation that you've been avoiding. Maybe it's choosing to work a little harder, push a little further, even when it would be easier to stop. Each time you choose to step into discomfort, you're training your mind to be stronger, more resilient, and more determined. Discomfort is a sign that you're stretching beyond what you're used to, and this is where growth happens. It's in these moments that you learn the most about yourself, where you discover that you're stronger than you thought, braver than you believed, and more capable than you realized. And yes, it may feel challenging, even overwhelming at times, but remember that each step you take in discomfort brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. It builds the strongest mindset, a mindset that won't be easily shaken, a mindset that knows how to persevere. A strong mindset doesn't happen overnight. It's forged in the fire of challenges, in those moments when you're tempted to give up, to turn back, to go back to what's comfortable. But when you embrace discomfort, you're choosing to press forward, to grow, to become stronger. And the beauty of it is, every time you push through, every time you choose to stay in the struggle a little longer, you're not just building strength for today, you're building strength for today, for the future, for tomorrow, for the future, for every challenge that's yet to come. So the next time you face a challenge, the next time you feel that discomfort, remind yourself that this is part of the process. This is how strength is built. Embrace it. Lean into it. Say to yourself, this discomfort is making me stronger. This is building my resilience. And know that with each uncomfortable moment, you're becoming the person you were created to be. Remember, it's not the easy times that define us, it's the hard ones. It's in the discomfort that we find our true strength. Embrace it. Let it teach you, let it shape you, let it prepare you. Because when you learn to embrace discomfort, you're no longer afraid of challenges. You're no longer worried about what may come, because you know that you have the mindset, the resilience, the strength to handle whatever comes your way. And that's the power of a mindset that's been built in the fire, a mindset that knows that nothing worth having ever came without a little discomfort. To build the strongest mindset, you must master the way you talk to yourself. Self-talk, those words you say to yourself in quiet moments, has a profound effect on your outlook, your decisions, and ultimately your life. Often, we underestimate just how powerful these inner conversations are. They're the foundation on which we build our beliefs, our self-confidence, and our resilience. So if we want to build a mindset that can withstand anything life throws our way, we need to start by transforming the way we speak to ourselves. It's easy to fall into the trap of negative self-talk. Sometimes it's so subtle that we don't even notice it happening. Maybe you make a small mistake and without thinking you say, I always mess things up, or I'm just not good enough. These words may seem harmless, but they are not. Over time, these small negative statements build up and become beliefs that hold you back. They chip away at your confidence, your motivation, and your ability to push forward when times get tough. It's like putting a weight on your shoulders every time you say something negative, and eventually that weight becomes too heavy to carry. But here's the good news. Just as negative self-talk can weaken your mindset, positive self-talk can strengthen it. When you start speaking to yourself with encouragement, hope, and faith, you begin to reshape your mind. You create a new narrative, one that empowers you rather than holds you back. Positive self-talk is about choosing words that build you up, that remind you of your strength, your potential, and your worth. It's about saying things like, I am capable, I am resilient, I can handle this. These words might feel unnatural at first, especially if you're used to being critical of yourself, but over time, they will become the foundation of your strongest mindset. So how do you begin to practice positive self-talk? Start by paying attention to your inner dialogue. Notice the moments when you speak negatively to yourself and challenge those thoughts. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, try saying, I am learning and I am growing. Instead of, I'll never be able to do this, say, I may face challenges, but I am strong enough to overcome them. It may feel strange at first, but the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. You're training your mind to default to positivity, to encouragement, to empowerment. Think of positive self-talk as a habit, just like any other. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. And just like any habit, it takes time and consistency. Every morning, make it a point to speak affirmations over yourself. Say, I am strong, I am capable, I am worthy of success. These words set the tone for your day, reminding you that no matter what challenges arise, you have the mindset to face them. And throughout the day, whenever negative thoughts try to creep in, counter them with positive ones. Remind yourself of your worth, your strength, and your ability to overcome. Positive self-talk doesn't mean ignoring the reality of challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to respond to those challenges with strength and resilience. It means choosing to focus on your ability to overcome rather than your fear of failure. When you face setbacks, instead of telling yourself, I'm not good enough, tell yourself, this is an opportunity to learn and grow, instead of, I always mess things up, I'm improving every day, and I'll get better with practice. This shift in language changes the way you perceive your challenges, transforming obstacles into stepping stones for growth. And here's the thing, positive self-talk doesn't just change how you feel about yourself, it changes what you're capable of. When you speak positively to yourself, you're building the kind of mindset that isn't afraid of challenges, that doesn't crumble under pressure, that refuses to be defeated. You're training yourself to see possibilities instead of limitations, to look for solutions rather than problems, to believe in your ability to succeed no matter what. This is the foundation of the strongest mindset, the ability to believe in yourself even when things get tough. Remember, you are the one who has the most influence over your own life. The way you talk to yourself shapes your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions. So choose words that strengthen you, words that empower you, words that remind you of the incredible potential within you. Tell yourself, I am capable of greatness. I am resilient. I am more than enough. Say it, believe it, and let those words guide you every day. Because when you choose positive self-talk, you're choosing to build a mindset that can handle anything. A mindset that won't be defeated. A mindset that will carry you through every challenge you face. Setbacks are part of life. We all face them, whether they come in the form of a career obstacle, a financial strain, a personal challenge, or an unexpected life event. But what makes the difference isn't whether or not you experience setbacks, it's how you respond to them. Resilience is built when we learn to face challenges with a mindset that says, I'm not going to let this break me. Each time you encounter a setback, you have the opportunity to turn it into a stepping stone for a stronger mind, a stronger heart, and a stronger spirit. When we're in the middle of a setback, it can feel overwhelming, even paralyzing. In these moments, it's tempting to give up, to feel like the world is against us, or to believe that things will never improve. But resilience is about taking those feelings and using them as fuel to push forward. Resilience is about bouncing back, not because things are easy, but because you choose to keep going, even when it's hard. It's about learning to see setbacks not as failures, but as part of the journey toward growth. Imagine a tree that grows in a windy environment. Its branches sway and its trunk bends with each gust. But over time, those winds make the tree stronger. Its roots dig deeper. Its trunk grows sturdier. Setbacks are like those winds in our lives. They might shake us, they might push us, but if we use them to grow, they will make us stronger. Developing resilience means choosing to let these challenges shake you, not shake you. One of the most powerful ways to develop resilience is by reframing how you view setbacks. Instead of seeing them as dead ends, start seeing them as lessons. Every setback carries within it a lesson, something you can learn, some wisdom you can gain, a new skill you can develop. When you experience a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Maybe you're being taught patience, or maybe it's showing you the importance of perseverance. Perhaps it's revealing areas where you can grow or change. By seeing setbacks as teachers, you're not only developing resilience, but you're also expanding your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Another key to building resilience through setbacks is to remember that you don't have to have all the answers right away. Often when we face a challenge, we feel pressured to fix everything immediately. We think we need a solution, a way out, something to make the problem disappear. But resilience isn't about having all the answers, it's about having the determination to keep moving forward, even when you don't know exactly where the road will lead. Sometimes resilience means simply taking the next step, doing the next right thing, no matter how small it may seem. One of the greatest obstacles to resilience is the fear of failure. Many people see a setback as a sign that they failed, and they carry that failure like a burden. But here's the truth: failure is not the end. In fact, failure is often just the beginning of a new chapter. When you look at the stories of successful people, you'll find that nearly every one of them has faced major setbacks, sometimes even complete failure. But those who are resilient don't let failure define them. They learn from it, they grow from it, and they use it as motivation to keep going. They see failure as a temporary experience, not a permanent label. When you adopt this perspective, you're no longer afraid to try, even if it means risking failure, because you know that you're strong enough to handle whatever comes your way. Developing resilience also means surrounding yourself with positivity and support. Resilient people understand that they don't have to go through challenges alone. Reach out to people who uplift you, who remind you of your strength, who encourage you to keep going. This doesn't mean that others will solve your problems for you, but sometimes just knowing that you have a support system can make all the difference. Resilience doesn't mean you're on your own. It means you're supported and strengthened by those who believe in you and remind you of your own power. Lastly, developing resilience through setbacks requires a sense of purpose. When you know what you're working toward, when you have a vision for the life you want to create, it's easier to see setbacks as temporary obstacles rather than permanent roadblocks. Purpose gives you direction. It gives you a reason to keep going when things get tough, to push through the pain and the struggle, and to keep moving forward, even when the journey is difficult. When you're focused on your purpose, setbacks become part of the process, not an end to it. Resilience isn't something that happens overnight. It's a skill, a mindset, and a way of life that you develop over time. With every setback, you're given the opportunity to grow stronger, to dig deeper, to push further. Each challenge you face, each obstacle you overcome, it all contributes to the foundation of a resilient mindset. Remember, resilience is not about never falling, it's about always getting back up. It's about knowing that no matter how tough things get, you have within you the strength, the courage, and the determination to keep going. And every time you get back up, every time you choose resilience, you're building the strongest mindset possible, a mindset that will see you through any challenge, any storm, any setback life throws your way. Building the strongest mindset doesn't happen in a day or even a week. It requires something that many people overlook: consistency. Consistency is the cornerstone of any successful endeavor. Whether it's in your career, relationships, health, or personal development, it's the daily actions and decisions that compound over time to create lasting change. In fact, consistency is often more important than intensity. You see, it's easy to get motivated for a day, to start strong and feel excited, but it's the ability to show up day after day, even when motivation fades, that creates real results. The truth is, if you want to build a mindset that can withstand anything, you need to make the daily commitment to show up for yourself. You must cultivate habits that strengthen you mentally, emotionally, and physically. This doesn't mean doing something huge every day. It means doing small things consistently, even when it's not easy or when you don't feel like it. Those small actions add up and create a foundation that allows you to keep going no matter what life throws at you. Think about it. If you want to get fit, you don't go to the gym once and expect to see results. You have to go regularly, make it a part of your routine. You don't see immediate transformation, but over time, the results become clear. Building your mindset works the same way. You have to show up daily and put in the work, even when it doesn't seem like much is changing. With each day, you're strengthening your mental muscles, and with each setback, you're learning how to keep going. Consistency is what helps you develop the resilience to face life's challenges. It's easy to stay positive and focused when things are going well, but what about when things get tough? That's when consistency matters the most. It's when you feel tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed that you need to push through and keep going. When your energy is low, when the road seems long, when the result feels far away, this is when consistency is your greatest ally. It's about showing up when it's hard. It's about sticking to your routine even when you don't feel like it. The more consistent you are, the more you develop the mental toughness to handle life's ups and downs. Another powerful aspect of consistency is the sense of momentum it creates. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you're building momentum. You might not see huge progress right away, but trust me, each step forward is setting the stage for future success. The more consistent you are, the more you begin to believe in your own ability to achieve your goals. You prove to yourself that you're capable of sticking with something long term. And the longer you stick with something, the more it becomes a part of who you are. Your mindset becomes a product of the consistent habits you've built. So how do you cultivate consistency? First, start small. Focus on one habit or action that you can do every day, no matter how busy or distracted you get. It could be something as simple as setting aside 5 minutes each morning to meditate or affirm your goals, or taking a walk after dinner. Start small so that the habit doesn't feel overwhelming. The key is to make it a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Second, be patient with yourself. There will be days when you don't feel like doing the work, when you're tired or distracted or discouraged, and that's okay. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up even when it's difficult. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just pick up where you left off and keep going. Consistency is about the long game, and the only way to fail is to stop trying altogether. Or create a system of accountability. Find a way to hold yourself accountable, whether it's through a journal, a habit tracker, or even sharing your goals with someone you trust. Knowing that you've made a commitment to yourself or to others can keep you on track when the going gets tough. Lastly, celebrate small wins along the way. Consistency doesn't mean waiting until you've reached the final goal to acknowledge your progress. Every day you show up for yourself is a victory. Every time you take action, even if it's just one small step, you're one step closer to building the mindset you want. Acknowledge those small wins and allow them to fuel your continued consistency. The beauty of consistency is that it builds on itself. Over time, the effort you put in will lead to growth, even if you don't always see it immediately. Whether you're working on building mental strength, developing new skills, or making lasting changes in your life, consistency is the path that will take you there. It might not always be glamorous or exciting, but it will be the thing that carries you through when things get tough. It will help you create the foundation for a strong mindset, one that doesn't crumble under pressure but stands firm, even when life gets difficult. So commit to being consistent, trust the process, and watch how your mindset transforms over time. The results will speak for themselves. One of the most powerful ways to build a strong and resilient mindset is to embrace what is known as a growth mindset. Popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, a growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents aren't fixed but can be developed over time through effort, learning, and perseverance. When you adopt a growth mindset, you begin to see challenges, setbacks, and even failures as opportunities to learn and grow rather than as signs of defeat or inadequacy. A growth mindset allows you to push beyond your current limitations and continuously improve no matter where you start. People with a growth mindset understand that life is a journey of learning and that there's always room to grow. They don't view skills or talents as something you're simply born with or without. Instead, they see these areas where effort and practice can bring improvement. When you adopt this mindset, you're not discouraged by setbacks because you don't view them as dead ends. Instead, you see them as stepping stones on the path to success. A growth mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth, allowing you to handle adversity with greater resilience. One of the first steps to embracing a growth mindset is to become aware of your own self-talk, especially in challenging moments. Often when we face difficulty, we might tell ourselves things like, I'm just not good at this, or this is too hard, maybe it's not for me. These thoughts reinforce a fixed mindset, one that believes abilities are set in stone. But instead, what if you could reframe those thoughts? Try saying, this is hard, but I can learn how to handle it, or I may not be great at this now, but with practice, I'll get better. When you change your inner dialogue, you start to build confidence in your ability to grow. You realize that your current abilities don't define your potential. Adopting a growth mindset also means learning to love the process, not just the outcome. People who are fixated on results often give up when they don't achieve immediate success. They view setbacks as proof that they're not capable. But those with a growth mindset focus on the journey itself. They find fulfillment in learning and improving and in seeing their own progress. Instead of giving up when things get hard, they lean in. They take pride in their efforts, knowing that each step, no matter how small, is moving them forward. This shift in focus makes a huge difference because it helps you stay motivated and engaged even when the results aren't immediate. A growth mindset also empowers you to seek out feedback and use it constructively. People with a fixed mindset often view feedback as criticism, something to avoid or take personally. But those with a growth mindset see feedback as valuable information that can help them improve. They understand that others' perspectives can reveal blind spots or provide insights they may have missed. So instead of avoiding feedback or feeling threatened by it, they welcome it, knowing it will help them grow stronger. By being open to feedback, you're constantly refining and enhancing your skills, which is a powerful way to build a strong mindset. Another key aspect of a growth mindset is the willingness to take risks and step out of your comfort zone. Growth requires us to move beyond what's familiar, to try new things, and to challenge ourselves in ways that may be uncomfortable. When you have a growth mindset, you don't shy away from these experiences, you welcome them. You understand that real growth happens outside your comfort zone. Whether it's taking on a challenging project, learning a new skill, or putting yourself in situations that stretch you, every time you step beyond what's easy, you're strengthening your mindset. Lastly, embracing a growth mindset means being patient with yourself and understanding that progress takes time. Building skills, achieving goals, and overcoming challenges don't happen overnight. Growth is a gradual process, often with ups and downs along the way. People with a growth mindset understand that setbacks are temporary, not permanent. They view failures as part of the learning process, not the end of the road. This patience allows them to stay committed to their goals, even when the results take longer than expected. In summary, a growth mindset is a powerful foundation for building the strongest possible mindset. It shifts your focus from limitations to possibilities, from fear of failure to the joy of learning, from immediate results to long-term growth. When you adopt a growth mindset, you give yourself permission to try, to fail, and to improve without judgment. You become more resilient, more adaptable, and more willing to take on challenges. Embrace the belief that you can always grow, and watch as this mindset helps you transform setbacks into successes and pushes you toward becoming the best version of yourself. With a growth mindset, there's no limit to what you can achieve, because you understand that your potential is always expanding. A key to building the strongest mindset is surrounding yourself with people who uplift, encourage, and challenge you in meaningful ways. The company you keep has a significant impact on your outlook, resilience, and growth. When you have positive influences around you, you're more likely to cultivate a positive, growth-oriented mindset. You see, people are like mirrors. They reflect back the energy, beliefs, and attitudes they bring into your life. If you surround yourself with individuals who believe in you, support your growth, and challenge you to be your best, that energy will reflect in your own mindset and self-belief. Think about how easy it is to get discouraged when you're around people who focus on the negative, who are quick to criticize, or who are constantly dwelling on what's wrong instead of what's possible. Being around negativity drains you, and over time it can impact your ability to stay motivated, believe in yourself, and work towards your goals. But when you're around positive, motivated, and supportive people, it has the opposite effect. Their energy and encouragement can lift you, making it easier to stay focused, resilient, and committed to your journey. One powerful way to build a strong mindset is to seek out people who have qualities you admire, whether it's their perseverance, positive attitude, wisdom, or resilience. These individuals become role models and mentors, guiding you through example. When you witness someone overcome challenges, stay positive through adversity, or consistently work toward their goals, it reminds you of what's possible. Their influence can encourage you to adopt similar qualities and apply them to your own life. Positive influences may include mentors, family members, friends, or colleagues, anyone who uplifts and inspires you. It's also essential to connect with people who challenge you to grow. These are individuals who encourage you to step outside your comfort zone, who push you to try new things, and who believe in your potential. They're the ones who won't let you settle for less than you're capable of. Sometimes their words may feel uncomfortable, but they're coming from a place of belief in your abilities. For example, a friend might encourage you to pursue a promotion you've been hesitant about, or suggest that you take a leap of faith on a passion project. These challenges, though daunting at times, help you build confidence, resilience, and courage. Another way positive influences strengthen your mindset is by offering support during difficult times. When you face setbacks, self-doubt, or challenges, the right people remind you of your strengths and capabilities. They help you keep perspective, reminding you that difficulties are temporary and that you have the power to overcome them. This support system becomes a source of encouragement, helping you rise above obstacles with a renewed sense of purpose. Whether it's through a listening ear, words of encouragement, or practical advice, their presence reminds you that you're not alone in your journey. To ensure that you're surrounded by positive influences, it may be necessary to evaluate the relationships in your life. Are there people who consistently drain your energy or discourage you from reaching your goals? If so, consider setting boundaries with these individuals. Protecting your mindset sometimes requires stepping back from relationships that aren't serving your growth. This doesn't mean cutting people off entirely. It means choosing to spend more time with those who support and encourage your progress and less time with those who pull you down. Social media is another area where you can be intentional about surrounding yourself with positive influences. Think about the types of content you consume every day. Do you follow people who inspire, motivate, and bring out the best in you? Or do you find yourself following accounts that fuel negativity, comparison, or self-doubt? Curate your social media feed to include voices and influences that uplift you. Follow accounts that offer positivity, inspiration, and motivation, and unfollow anything that doesn't align with the mindset you want to cultivate. Even online, the company you keep matters, and the content you expose yourself to has a profound effect on your mental outlook. It's important to remember that positivity doesn't mean avoiding reality or being overly optimistic all the time. Positive influences aren't people who ignore difficulties or pretend that everything is perfect. Rather, they are individuals who acknowledge life's challenges but choose to face them with courage, hope, and a growth-oriented perspective. They don't dwell on problems, they focus on solutions. They understand that setbacks are part of the journey, and they help you navigate them with resilience and grace. Surrounding yourself with such people ensures that you adopt a balanced and empowered approach to challenges.